come back in for the part two. Yes, I am on time. I had to go charge some things up. Look, I had to make sure. You see, I had to make sure that it was on to make sure everything was good. But so with that basically being said, if you coming back for round two to see a little bit more what's going on, we're gonna look at some of these challenges. Then again, the reading kind of did have me kind of off my element just a little bit, so that's why we had to come back in too. Had to get a little reset because it was kind of making me mad about certain situations, dealing how the energy is trying to manipulate and use not only you Virgo but other signs as well. So this is why you still going through some type of endings, and this is part two of it. Okay, so spirit guys in the universe, we thank you right now for everybody coming back in now. Lead us, guide us, give us the blueprint and the understanding towards our highest good and highest expectations. Lead us towards goodwill, good positive nature, good positive vibrations. Because when the enemy try to attack, they try to use certain attachments to us to try to make us feel sorrow, grief, pain, and all of that, et cetera, et cetera. So we don't want that. So we're gonna let you deal with it and receive us over protection and lead us the right way, that we need to know, that we need to understand the situation at hand, no matter what we may be in, by how to move in a positive light that's going to help us grow throughout the long term and the long road. Ashe, Ashe, and Amen. All right. So, do I need to go back over the notes again? Yeah, let's go back over the notes. Now, again, like we said in part one, Virgo, you are starting to do some type of rebuilding, or you are starting over again from some type of hurtful ending that you may have been dealing with over some type of loss. Now, this can be material loss, this can be an emotional type of instability. But even though you had to take a pause about stop being so impulsive about helping others build, you had to close yourself as you release whatever that it is that's not spiritually meant to be in your life or no longer meant to be in your cycle. Now, only because you have been loyal to a whole lot of people and a whole lot of things that is not meant for your personal growth. Now, again, someone arrogance has caused you to truly lose something materially. But spiritually, it have caused them to face their personal issues, their personal karma, off of their own ego. And again, it's starting to take a tower effect around a lot of people, and that was behind this as well. Virgo, victory still come in your favor, even though you may lost the battle. You spiritually won the war, and even though you had to go through some type of painful events, you still understand the lesson with dealing with painful repetitious cycles. Shout out again to everybody coming in. So with that basically being said, let's go ahead and jump directly into it, because this is a part two. So I want to get a little bit more of what's really going on. Okay. Now again, shout out to everybody. I can't do my shout out. Jade, I see you. Love Hill Self. I see you. Juan. I see you. Shout out to you, Elizabeth. I see you, Sharon. I see you, Chantel. I see you. I know other ones are coming back in. I know 9 times out of 10 people don't be thinking I'll be coming back. But lately, that energy was so heavy for me to try to pick through everybody at that time, and even including with myself. It was just overwhelming. And I feel like we had to do a part two to slow down and get a little bit more. So again, Virgo or cross watcher or whoever's watching, you may be trying to find some type of stability in something that you're compassionate about. Now, you may be trying to birth out new things, but you had to push away and let go and walk away from things that's no longer suitable for you, or things that may be withering out or withering away. Now, again, like I said before, it was some people or individuals that's around you that was trying to manipulate and use you off of your resources, off of your energy. Now, they may promise to you that like that y'all was like a family, or somebody may that you may be encountering with that you may love, may want to be as a family. But however, with this newness that was happening, it was an opportunity for you to understand about some type of reoccurring cycles that may have to come back into your life, like a round and around in effect. Now, I do feel like you gave second chances about learning this lesson when it came to individuals like this, all because right now you thought a person was not going to try to spin you under their web. You thought a person that's around you that wasn't going to be show deception, or be dishonest with you with the same trickery like they were doing to everybody else. Shout out to everybody else that's rocking with us as well. Now, I feel like the mixed signals or mixed emotions has blindsided you, so you couldn't see things clearly the way that it needs to be. Over when somebody know they really messed up, because some people was trying to mimic you. They thought they had you down to the science, and they tried to mirror you and be a reflection of you, which it does not work. Or you may be in a relationship where emotionally you got tired of going back and forth in the mixed signals, dealing with somebody that you may have been mirroring at the same time, because the perspectives of the way how you was thinking on both of you was very different. Now, I feel like it's happiness that's all around you, or happiness you're trying to find, but you are not withdrawing yourself away from these different individuals or the energy, so the newness can begin. Okay. Now, not only that, I feel like right now you may be feeling emotionally low right now. Some of you may be feeling like hollows, kind of empty, kind of bored about being at the not at the bottom right now, but you just feeling kind of low, because you wouldn't think people would treat you like that. You wouldn't think you would have to go through another cycle, not knowing that people was going to do something that you thought differently. Now, you did not follow your intuition, but now you are starting to understand that you was too busy being distracted about trying to make changes to help other people grow, instead of the changes of helping yourself grow. Now, yes, you was. But the thing about it is, you were being sidetracked probably by some type of deep bond, a deep connection, a deep unity that you may have with somebody like this. Now, again, it's time to start over. What is done is done. Can't argue about what's done. If you swing, shoot, it got to go into motion. It's done. Now, it's time to start into a new direction. It's time to go into a new light. Now, I do feel like you may be clashing with the conflicts. You may be clashing with dealing with a lot of conflict, or it may be something different that you may see in the way that you want to walk. Now, what that person just said was true, because it did hit me right there. I saw that clearly in the mud. So it is lonely at the top, like the person said, it is lonely at the top. However, even though you are blossoming into a new flower, a new season, it's no longer you taking that energy of being shattered about people crossing you out. It's no longer carrying that energy of you feeling like you broken, and you need people to help build you up. It's no more feeling destroyed about certain situations that you needed to do in your life, all because people dismissed the way how you felt, or dismiss your power, or dismiss your aura, or may had an irrational fear of you being over them, or having a fear of you always being right, and they don't want to see it in themselves. So what they had to do, they had to face rejection, because even though they rejected you out of the picture, Virgo, we back into it, even though you had to be removed, you still cause somebody to cleanse and purify themselves, just off of your aura, just off of your energy, just the way how you maneuver, because you are genuine, pure spirit, and you're releasing yourself. But it had to be something unexpected for it to happen, for them to see the truth. So it's kind of like an emotional storm that affected you, or you lost, like you popped your top. Okay, it's like an emotional storm. Let's say, like, people don't even realize, and I'm finna give y'all a fact that y'all, I know spiritual people finna be like, well, religious people finna like, that's not true. You show me where it ain't. If you show me where it ain't, then I'm gonna respect it. Okay. Now, I feel like, from my perspective, from sitting up there reading the Bible when I was growing up, everybody talked about Jesus, Yeshua, Yeshua, however you want to call him. Yes, I do. Some things. Yes. Now, here we go. The funny part about it is, throughout his whole ministry, right? Of him preaching and teaching the people, right? Teaching them how to grow, how to be better individuals, how to be the best them that they can be, giving them analogies so they can understand, so how to take a situation, and so they can see it, to visualize, to take action and make it better. Now, somebody tell me I'm wrong. The reason why they killed Jesus is because he flipped over a table. So if you look at it in today's terms, he died for vandalism. Yes, some people say he died for our sins. Yes, he did. Yes, 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 yes. To each his own. Whatever your religion is, we're going to stop right here on the religious part. So I'm just saying the story. To each his own. Yeah. Now, but here we go. He lost his life for, again, flipping over the table, because he got emotionally unstable in that one moment in his life where his emotions took play, because it was a lot of people that was trying to use something that is man that is godly made to worship, and they were using it as a business to collect currency and not just to worship the Father of the universe. So that's when Jesus got mad that one time and popped his top and flipped over the table for the Sanhedrin to finally have a case to go get him. Now, the reason why they didn't go get Jesus, let's be real. I'm gonna give you some little facts right now, okay? Now, the only reason why they couldn't get Jesus right then and there and arrest him right then and there because he had power over the people. And when he had power over the people, if they grabbed him, it would have created some type of riot. So that's why they had to go to somebody that was in his circle to find the whereabouts of where he was at privately, so it was not creating a riot. And this is with you. Somebody had to go someplace privately to talk about you to get you out of some type of situation. Even though you popped your top off once or you expressed yourself to doing what's divinely right, but they persecuted you because they didn't want the truth to be exposed. I'm breaking it down in facts. So all I'm saying is sometimes everybody else can do whatever they want to do, but if you divinely meant for you, sometimes God put you in that situation to have that tower to come down so they can see what's going on, but you had to be the sacrifice. And I feel like even in a relationship, if somebody wanted to betray you and cheat on you and this, that, and the other, you was their sacrifice when they had to go try to see the grass was green on the other side. And now they're going back and looking like, dang, I shouldn't have messed up with Virgo. I shouldn't have messed up with Crosswatcher. I shouldn't have treated them like that. Now I got to go back and start back. The grass ain't that green. Even with you spiritually, you walking as an innocent light. You walking like sheep around here. Some people don't even understand. Like you not a wolf in sheep clothing, and you was just a sheep that was this the innocent pure sheep that was around about a pack of wolves that was disguised as sheep. Look at it like that. And just to be honest, when you start realizing you was out of your territory, when you realize enough was enough, because you got tired of being in unexpected trails dealing with people that's going the wrong route that your intuition knew wasn't right. You said enough is enough, and you start drawing the line. And when you start drawing the line and being more of the self individual that God created you to be, or the universe created you to be, and you stop pouring that energy into them, you stop giving them ideas into that, you stop pouring love into that, and you start pouring it in yourself, then they couldn't get the good energy no more. So what did they do? They had to come back and give you the negative energy. So you had to finish it all off. What by some people did get humiliated. Some people did feel low and down and out when they faced the truth because you didn't physically, but your words speak a powerful force. And something what you expressed had made them feel some type of way. So in order to feel their ego or in order to feel like the crowd of everybody else, they had to persecute you. Even though you saw this coming, just like how he say, forgive me for I don't know. Why did you put me in these circumstances and situations? Like he pleaded. All because you have to go through this death in order to see a rebirth. Even dealing with cycles and seasons. You got to go through the season to understand the lesson. So when the new season comes around, you take that knowledge from what you learned from that one and carry it on into something new. Carry the positive, not the negative. And what the problem is, the people that you've probably been dealing with has been carrying dead weight on you for each different season, and you keep thinking about it and thinking about how Tommy did this, Susie did that, Mika done this, Jill done that. You think how everybody treated you wrong instead of looking at the universe as like, okay, I know they treated me wrong, but I know I'm doing better. I know I stood up for what I believe in. And yeah, they ridiculed me. Yes, they exalted me out, but you still being you. You still breathing. You still living. And the universe is like, don't worry, my child. I got so many doors open to you. Do you understand? Do you understand they create billions of different star seeds on here and they can change the hearts of anybody to help you hit your blossoming state anytime they feel like? That's what people don't understand. That's what manifestation is when it comes to the universe. You think, oh God, please help me with this. Okay, yes, God gonna help you. But once you start taking action in what you manifest and ask him for, and then you start start going that situation and start going that way. And when you start going that way, spirit start changing the hearts of individuals to help you on your manifestation journey. But what happened is, even though you become even more powerful in what you learning and what you see, and once you start believing, it's always gonna be them group of spiritual bullies that's gonna come and try to pound on you and beat on you. You took it for so many seasons of you not believing in yourself, and you falling for temptation, and you keep running into the same individuals, and you keep going through the same jobs, and you keep dealing with the same old cycles and over to the point you start understanding every test that you have been through. You started knowing the answers, what's going on. So even now you were like, oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. I remember 3 years ago, I went through this situation with such and such, such and such. I remember even before 3 years and that, 7 years ago, I went through a same similar situation with such and such, such and such. So I feel like ABC, okay, here it comes. But you know, I ain't gonna do it. So what they had to do, Virgo already done caught us. Virgo gonna expose everything. Our little secrets, our little dirty operations. Virgo, we can't contain Virgo, because that's the thing about it. They're trying to contain an unlimited source of energy or untamed individual. It's not tameable. Virgos are not tame. You just got Virgos work to themselves. You give them one job, they do it and efficiently well after a certain repetition time. Thing about it, you never can contain a Virgo. A Virgo contains you. Speaking true facts. Don't get it twisted. Don't think a Virgo don't know what's going on. Virgo may be naive. That's because Virgo's still trying to figure out the pieces that's already together. Shout out for the super chat. That's like for real. One thing about a Virgo, they ain't falling short. Don't think they not even falling short. They maybe just been tolerating you for a long period of time, just to hope and pray that you wouldn't do them the way that they thought you was gonna do them, while they was already preparing themselves for if you did not to pop off the top real bad. So if you even popped off on the top as a Virgo, you gave them facts that they need, but you didn't hit them physically. You hit them spiritually. You gave them the words to hear that shut up. You spoke words to people that are shut a, that make a giant big as a mouse. Ashay, let's get into it. That's just the beginning. And still part two. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Now, Virgo, you got to understand how to shut your mouth off too when these boundaries get when them bound. Like anybody who step over the gun line, boss, you ain't got to shoot them off, okay? Let's be for real. Dang, gun line, boss, gun line, boss. Like just because you see them going to the gun line, they may want to pick up a flower. At least let them tread about 15 to 20 feet before you take the first shot. And even though you was telling them, gun line boss, leave me alone, leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered. Look, leave me alone. I don't want to be part of this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Now look, now da da da. Oh, what's wrong with Virgo? We can't have Virgo around. He's too aggressive. She's too aggressive. We can't deal with that around here. We make them feel that way, but instead of everything being justified way the way how it's supposed to be, you still got a group of people in a secret organization or some type of a cult that wanted you out to begin with, and you just fell into the bait of the trap. They still were gonna receive that karma. Because remember, we still talked about you still a little piece in the tower that's crumbling. So even though they, let's say, for example, even though you removed yourself out of a situation, don't you think your energy going with you too? And if you was a blessed from the divine and everything that was giving them light and abundance and blessings, all of this, don't you think when you leave, it's gonna decrease in the scene? Think about it. Stay calm in the midst of the storm. Again, family is very, very significant for y'all. But I feel like right now, after whatever happened and you didn't get caught in that web, you ain't thinking about going back to that opportunity. You ain't thinking about making amends for certain people in certain situations, because you see people for how they truly are. And now, since you finally accepted things for how they are about this cycle, you see people for how they are. If you in a relationship, you see your gal for how she is. You see your little dude for how he is. You either gonna accept it or not. If you see your boss being shady and this, that, and the other, or and you see they going against you, this you was prepared for it anyway, and you had to allow things to be. But I feel like overall, through it all, even though divinely you was not gonna sit up there and hold your tongue, you stopped giving information and you let people fall on the sword. So anybody who tried to thought they was falling in a trap, and even though when you fell and you upside down about it, yeah, you took a loss, but they still everybody else falling in a trap because they were behind you too. So they got to fall on the sword, seeing the truth about how you accepted things. Virgo, you had a lot of haters around you because they didn't want to put the effort in. What it is, they didn't want to see you shine. They was fearful of you. Like many people is fearful of Virgos for what? Virgos really don't even be trying to be in the way. Only thing a Virgo want to do is make a bag. Now, Virgo don't care about titles, they care about currency. It's a difference. Hey Virgo, I know you don't want that title, but here goes some money. Virgo would shut the hell up. But not only that, Virgo, somebody tried to steal, kill, and steal your stability. Somebody didn't want you to flow right because they seen you was a major dynamic. You was a powerhouse. Some of you are content creators right now that's turning around and leading nations and nations of people to change their life. But however, somebody don't like it and they want to stop your flow. And this is why you had to make some type of ending because you've been so blind to everything that was going on and you seeing the smaller things. But now since you done took them off, you are starting to see the bigger picture within people and the illusions that they carry. And again, by you not even falling for the control tactics that's been going on, you are no longer letting people step all over you. You are standing for yourself, and you are no more, and you really not allowing triggers really to get in the way of any conflicts because you understand what triggers you. And the problem is, it created disharmony. So you couldn't expose them; they had to go hide. People, especially CEOs, especially other kings who proclaim to be kings or queens who proclaim to be queens. Your voice do a lot of things. And now, right now, since you are manifesting into something better, you are finally taking action and you got all the resources and tools that you need to go for this next cycle. Your soul has been lifted up, even though you may feel you like you got to tuck your chin in and lift it high, lift that chest out. Because even though, again, like we already talked about, yeah, we lost the battle, but spiritually we won the war. So your mission is complete. About people that's trying to stop you from this. Believe me, it's like, okay, no lie. I told my daughter this long time ago, and God bless her soul, she grown now. Oh my goodness, I'm telling my age at the same time too. I told my daughter first time she was scared of somebody, and she was a real little bitty thing, and I was the same way. And I said, baby, no offense. I said, this little girl messing with you at school. She was like, yeah, daddy. And this when I had time to talk to her, like listen to the story. She was like, yeah, daddy. I said, baby, you want to get somebody up off of you? She was like, how? I said, well, next time that little girl come to you trying to be a bully, you find the first object that you can and you swing and hit her hard as you can. I don't care if you get in trouble. The point is, after you swing and throw something crazy enough to make everybody look at you like you throw it off, they will leave you alone for forever. Now that little girl turned around and done it, but they left her alone. But what I'm saying is, when you start exposing people for how they truly are, and they don't meet up to the expectations in fear of you exposing them, so they can't shine like the light you already shining, they had to go off with your head. But you done something crazy enough, even though you had to be sacrificed, but you done something crazy enough. Yeah, they made an example out of you, but you also made an example out of them. It's still a catch 22. They took the best person like Virgo and they use Virgo as an example, but however, deep down in their spirit, you made them all the example how everybody truly see the scandalous ways of the family that's inside that occult. Peep game. They actually showed the true characteristics of how petty individuals are and how dark people are in the environment that they're around. So even though you still lost, but you exposed them to win the war. Shay, let's keep going. Now, Virgo, yeah. You manifesting and taking over or taking some type of action when it comes to open up your eyes when it is from the illusions when it came to these deceptive type of people. And when it conflicted you, you had to make a judgment call. And you done exactly what spirit told you to do at that divine moment, no matter what it is. You spoke the truth. You was in peace with yourself. You was in harmony with yourself. You done the divinely thing what was needed for you to do when it came to people that kept on pushing you towards your triggers, who kept on trying to bring conflicting energy your way. This is why you said no more second chances, because you done gave them chance after chance after chance. You kept on seeing them trying to sit up and put you in their web. You done seen the control tactics that they try to put on you that you've been maneuvering around. All because, Virgo, because you had to accept things for what it was. That was the problem. Divinely, you had to go through the test to understand like people are still not like you think they are. Some people change, some people don't. But as you accepting the chapters that need to be complete, take the learning from the losses that you may be going through. Because if you look at it overall, it's not even a big loss. Because you, Virgo, you got so many resources and new doors are opening. You just ain't had time to look at it. And it made me think of reading Rainbow for some reason. I don't know why I want to say butterfly in the sky, but it's like you the butterfly in the sky. And look, you can go twice as high. Take a look, read a book. It's reading Rainbow. Ah! Oh my God, some of y'all may be getting the spiritual knowledge that you need to finally start soaring high. Man, y'all so silly, man. Hey, my ancestors be crazy. Now, not only that, all these burdens from these control tactics, I bet you feel better since you finally accepted what it was. And I told you before, even the universe had to kick you over that edge with that doggone with that food call. You had to take that genuine risk, and they kicked you out. They had to kick you over the edge. Like, man, look, Virgo, you gonna be here forever. Cross watcher, like, damn, we try to give you a choice towards your recognition and victory, but you don't understand. These people are trying to trap you, and even though you were still trying to fight from not getting trapped up in the well, won't you just fly away from the damn well? You're not flying away from the well. You still trying to fight and save yourself of how to maneuver in and out of the well. Dodo, move away from the well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna dump you away from the well. We hope you be passed out so we can destroy this well. So by the time you wake up trying to come back to the well, it's gone. Queen of Pentacles basically being in reverse. You've done everything that you could. You received your recognition and victory. Yeah, you lost a little bit of an income battle that you had to go through. Yeah, universe made you pull back a little bit, okay? Nothing wrong with pulling back. Yeah, you had to pull just a little bit, but then again, this energy that you was giving all your all to, it was mentally time for them to go through their own karma, and you were still trying to enable them. This is why they was going to end up putting you in a Five of Pentacles. Yeah, right now, I'll take a Five of Pentacles as some type of financial loss for a minute or some type of sorrow or grief for a second and still let me bounce back. Instead of keep fighting for people empathically that you know that is out of your league. Why keep fighting the same low vibrational people if you're trying to be your best? You can't change everybody. Everybody don't want to change. That's fine. Don't let them change. But because every time you have a door that closed, another one opens up dramatically fast because you divinely meant. So if you think about it like this, if you turn around and start accepting the cycles for how they are, and you already know went through another cycle, and you already done everything that's divinely meant for you to grow through you and help these people grow, you don't start helping the masses. You sow the seed in everybody that you was around before you had to take a new path, a new journey. Dealing with narcissistic people, dealing with family, dealing with friends, dealing with bosses, dealing with co-workers, dealing with CEOs, dealing with companies, dealing even with yourself. You start to understand what you can go through throughout these seasons to start a new boat, a new way. Because you know why? This is what I love about it, baby. Look at this. No lie. Because you're a star. This is why you shine. You're a star seed. You got the hope. You got the guidance that you need. You follow ancestors. And this is why no matter when people try to think they break you down, you still win the war. And you're not even winning the war. It's not about winning or losing. It's more about you understanding, like, yeah, you may hit a bump in the road, but it was divinely meant because you finna get something better and take you on a new journey to start helping other people who are more like you instead of you keep dealing yourself in a pit full of snakes that all want to ball and slither instead of trying to get out of the jar. All this conflicting energy, that's what's been stuck. That's what's keeping you stagnated. You trying to figure out what this person doing. You trying to overcome this person. People want to listen to everybody, and you probably lost it because they seen you as a star, and you were so, and you brought competitors to everybody. Now everybody was trying to fight over you, and they didn't want to see that because through it all, they fighting over who? You, Virgo, because you got too much power, spiritual power, and you don't even know what you got. Because the only thing you so used to are people making false promises and hopes and dreams, but you actually stood up for yourself. And even in a relationship, you stood up for yourself, and this person see you for truly how you are. Now, would they come back and do whatever they want to do? They bitter as hell right now. They still want to be revengeful because when you manifested this new beginning and you had to call out people for how they are, and you was exposing people, this person got exposed for how they was. Some people may be acting like they just the most hardest person up on the ego and up on the title ship, but when you call them out, they like a lion. They supposed to roar. They trying to roar like a lion, but when you sit up there and look inside their heart, they smaller than a doggone lima bean. Soft ass people. Excuse my language. Now, even through the conflicts and just even through the conflicts and even through all of that, through adversity, you still cut through and manage to pour out on top. See what I'm saying? Don't let these people get to you. If somebody tried to break your willpower, somebody tried to break your inspiration, somebody tried to break your motivation of you being who you needed to be, all because they want to keep you confused in your true power. But every time they sit up there and try to use you, every time you felt another time to be more intuitive, it kept reminding you of the memories of the reoccurring cycles that's in your life that is hurting you. And now you are starting to find the answers from the hurtful memories from within, dealing with these same cycles over and over and over. And this is why you always cautious about people that's around you. You let your guard down again for some of you, and emotionally you thought a person wasn't going to do it, but I feel like in this new cycle you will never do that again. Even though you can, but I feel like you really know what to do and what not to do. Some of you had to go through this in order to see what happiness within your life. That's what people fail to realize. You had to go down this road through the storm in order to see the happiness from within. And since you start seeing the happiness within and the star that you are, and what you had to accept and what you had to allow, and you start to let your spirit shine bright, and no matter where they take you, no matter what people try to persevere and throw you at, no matter if they tried to take you down, no matter if they tried to cross you out, no matter if they tried to do this, that, or anything negative, only thing to you, you are divinely meant to keep shining throughout the crowds, throughout the masses. You are the one whose soul is higher than any other person that you ever thought about in your life, because the day you decide to change your life, yes, again, like I tell you all the time, yes, you may lost the battle, but you never lost the spiritual war. Walk off with pride, smile. If somebody done you wrong, you know why? Because they messed up with the most valuable asset that they ever seen in their life. Smile if you get fired from a job, because you know why? Because that time was up for you, because something better out for you, for something you didn't even see down the road that the universe got in store for you. Smile when you see people try to cross you out, because you know why? They had to get together in groups and use 5 to 6 different type of logical ways and use 5 or 6 different type of brains, all to get one individual. So smile, because they put a lot of effort in trying to do what they do to you, Virgo. But guess what? You still overcome. You know why? Because you divinely meant, no matter who you are watching. I say, amen. So in all, it's time for you to sail away. Sail away from the BS. And that's what you do when sailing away. And when I look at it, it's like you gracefully, like you ain't even trying to push. Spirit, take me to my next challenge. I think I'm done with these peasants. That's how I feel like that's how y'all are. Like y'all walking away not looking back because y'all done with these peasants. You getting tired of getting triggered off with these individuals that want to try to stab you in your back. You like, you can throw how many arrows you want to throw at me. You know what? I don't even care. Because I know, one, spirit ain't going to let it hit me. Because if it's my time for it to hit me, then it's going to hit me. And then if you hit me in my back, don't worry about it, because I'm going to come back and bring a dramatic force. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to peacefully walk with grace and thank the universe and transmute this energy of what I thought wasn't going to happen, and take what happens and move on like a boss. When I say like a boss, like a rich boss. And when I say I don't pay no attention to these peasants, you done all you could to help these peasants become royalty. But they cannot become royalty because these peasants will always be peasants. You can take a peasant to the water, but you can never make the peasant drink. I say, I man, it's a lot. Now, with the Knights of Cups basically being in reverse, yeah, you had to receive when you walked away a little bad news. Energetically, yeah, you may be feeling bad. I know I probably came in and made you feel good, like through whatever turmoil that you went through. But with that all being said and done, Virgo, I feel like right now, don't be resisting this change, okay? Now, people may be timid of you. People may be looking at you like you a doggone psychopath some days, or a sociopath sometimes, schizophrenic some days, all because they don't understand who you are. And really, you not. It's just because that's their perception of something that they fearful of. And when people fearful of people that's authentic and true, they cannot handle that because they are scared of being seen for who they truly are and don't want to be exposed. So that's why half the time most leaders get eliminated and get exposed and this, that, and the other. Now, this ain't the Ten Commandments back in the day where people gonna walk in the way that how they walked in the chivalry days. And I feel like that's what a lot of people is missing. And I feel like right now you have understood the karmic lesson that you needed to go through dealing with your past life cycle when it comes to you probably dealing with whatever situation that it may be. But I feel like deja vu, you done seen it. You are no longer being conflicted about conflicting energies because you starting to be more cautious around the board. So with that basically being said, I just want to say peace, love, and light, light, love, and peace. I love you. God love you. The universe love you. I hope that resonated with some of you with the part two. Now, again, thank y'all for coming in again. I know it's been a deep, heavy day, but I had to come in and give y'all that. So I hope it resonated. I hope you continue to do the things that you need to do towards your positive growth and enhance the way that you need to be. Now, look, it may be a time where you are hitting bumps in the road. You may see some type of loss here and there mentally, physically, but it's not a loss saying of destruction. It's more of a loss of learning that some people are not meant to be in your life. Some places you are not meant to help elevate beyond the peak of how far they can go. Okay. It's all based on you taking that step that you can to elevate yourself to be better. So what if you fall off a horse and it hurts? The point is, if you like riding horses, get your ass up, brush it off, and get back on there and do it again. See what I'm saying? It may not be the same horse, it may be a different horse. But the whole thing is, it's just what you love to do. Don't never stop doing it just because somebody want to bully you or somebody want to push you out the way or somebody's intimidated by you. If you can't work with people in the company, make your own company, be your own boss. And let me tell you one secret that I like to do, and people don't even realize, and I'm a petty one too. So if I ever lose a job and they got a Fortune 500 company, you know the best thing I do, I just go buy stocks. You'll thank me later for that one. It's like, okay, you got rid of me, no problem. I just buy 100 shares of your stock, so throughout it all, I still own y'all anyway, and walk off like a boss. Shit. Excuse my language. So that's all you gotta do. Just go buy shares in the company. Yeah, you got rid of me, but then again, throughout a long period of time, you'll see me come back in there if I keep investing my money. Because if I own over 100 shares of your company, that means I'm a major asset. And then again, if I keep buying shares throughout the time, that's gonna end up making me like 40%, 40 or 50% of the owners of it. I own you. Duh. Like one thing people didn't realize, I thought it was smart, and this is what Michael Jackson done. They said Eminem said a diss track about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson laughed at it and bought his catalog. Did you get it? Oh, it's cute. Okay, cool. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna buy your whole catalog. So now every time they play it, yeah, you talking about me, but I'm getting paid. Man, fly high, Mike. You know, fly high. But I'm just saying that's what you do. So with that basically being said, I know I just gave a big old gem. Like y'all don't be starting doing that to people, but hey, that's what I do. And then again, no matter what, I keep all my IRAs. Even if I do leave a spot, I keep all my IRAs in it anyway. So by the time you liquidate, that's what time I get paid from you. But no matter what you gave me at the beginning, it could have been doggone about $200. But after about 10 or 15 years, that $200 may go up to 20,000. Y'all see what I'm saying? Because it's still getting inflated. So y'all gotta understand the game. Y'all gotta know how to do this. So again, Virgo, you may lose the battle, but you still win the war. So peace, love, and light, love, and peace. I love you, God love you, universe love you. You want a personal, get at me. We can make that happen. Until the next time, I bear. Namaste. Let me let my phone charge back up. I love this part too. Y'all hit that like button. We got 63. Hold on, before we leave. Because this is the second one. There's 63 in here. Now do me one favor. Give me 17 likes. If we can get 17, or give me the 40. Give me the 40 and we'll go from there. I ain't gonna even hound y'all like that. We're just gonna sit on here for a minute. But again, I just want to say I love every single one of you. Shout out to you for doing the beautiful things that you're doing, and keep working on your journey. Like, still, don't wish no ill will on anybody in that type of nature. Just learn how to push forward and move on. Now, if you feel like you want to hurt somebody in that type of way, you're not doing it in the right way, and that's negative. So we're gonna transmute that energy into a positive. We learn from the situations of what we need to do from things don't trigger us off anymore in life. Okay. So, okay, we got our 40. So, peace, love, and light, love, and peace. I love you. God love you. Universe love you. Make sure you love yourself. That's the most important thing on the channel. Ashe, Ashe, Amen. Namaste, baby. Salah. Yep.